Welcome back to another dive into the darkest corners of human nature. Today, we're exploring a particularly chilling topic that has left many of us questioning the very fabric of family bonds. Today, I'm diving into the chilling world of family annihilators. For reasons often unfathomable, commit the ultimate betrayal by taking the lives of their own family members. It's a topic that is as perplexing as it is horrifying. These are cases where individuals, often the last you'd suspect, commit unthinkable acts against their own families, the very people they are supposed to love and protect become their victims. The reasons behind these heinous acts can range from financial stress to personal crisis, but the outcome is always devastating, frequently brought about by a new lover or the desire to collect life insurance. Let's get into 3 unbelievable stories that you need to know. Each of these cases has shocked communities and left a lasting impact on everyone who hears about them. So, first up, we have a case you have probably heard of, Chris Watts. This story is a stark reminder that appearances can be deceiving. In 2018, this seemingly picture-perfect family man from Colorado shocked the nation. Chris Watts was the kind of guy who seemed to have it all: a beautiful wife, 2 adorable daughters, and a stable job. But beneath the surface, a dark secret was brewing. In the early hours of August 13th, 2018, in Frederick, Colorado, American oil field operator Christopher Lee Watts, born May 16, 1985, murdered his pregnant wife, Shanann, 34, by strangulation, and their 2 children, Bella and Celeste, by suffocation. He buried Shanann in a shallow grave near an oil storage facility and dumped his children's bodies into crude oil tanks. God, asshole. Watts initially maintained his innocence in his family's disappearance. They always do. But after arrested on August 15th, after confessing in an interview with detectives to murdering Shanann, he later admitted to murdering his children as well. On November 6, 2018, Watts pleaded guilty to multiple counts of first-degree murder as part of a plea deal when the death penalty, which was later abolished in Colorado in 2020, was removed from sentencing. He was sentenced to 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole. Good. 3 to be served consecutively. Chris's wife, Shanann, and their 2 young daughters, Bella and Celeste, were reported missing. The community rallied together, hoping for their safe return. Little did they know the truth was far more sinister. In a dramatic turn of events, Chris confessed to murdering them all and hiding their bodies at his work site. The motive? He wanted a fresh start with his mistress. The cold calculation of his actions, especially towards his innocent children, left everyone reeling. He wanted that fresh start with this new side piece. The affair had consumed him to the point where he saw his own family as obstacles to his happiness. They should have been his happiness. It's a chilling reminder of how far some people will go to escape their responsibilities. The sheer coldness of his actions, just absolutely, it's insanity. Like, don't do this, just get a divorce. Because they'll catch you. They will catch you. The community held vigils and the nation watched in horror as the details of the case unfolded. It was a stark reminder that sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones we think we know best. So next up is John List. Let's talk about John List. This case takes us back to the early 1970s, a time when the idea of a family annihilator was almost unheard of. Back in 1971, John List was living a seemingly ordinary life in New Jersey. He was a devout Lutheran, a father of 3, and a respected member of his community. But behind closed doors, he was struggling with financial ruin and a crumbling facade. John Emil List was an American mass murderer and a longtime fugitive. On November 9th, 1971, he killed his wife, mother, and 3 children at their home in Westfield, New Jersey, and then disappeared. He had planned the murders so meticulously that nearly a month passed before anyone suspected anything was amiss. List assumed a new identity, remarried, and eluded justice for nearly 18 years. What a dick. He was finally apprehended in Virginia on June 1st, 1989. After the story of his murders was broadcast on the television program America's Most Wanted, that show has been responsible for catching so many jerks. After extradition to New Jersey, he was convicted on 5 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to 5 consecutive terms of life imprisonment, making him ineligible for parole for nearly 75 years. List had critical financial problems as well as his perception that his family members were straying from their religious faith, yet another religious nut job, as his motivations for the murders. He believed that killing them would assure their souls a place in heaven, where he hoped to eventually join them, but not yet. He's got to go remarry and live another 18 years. Doing whatever. He's not quite ready for heaven yet. It's great that he could decide that for everybody else, though. List died in prison in 2008 at the age of 82. So basically, one day he methodically murdered his entire family, including his elderly mother. He planned the murders meticulously, ensuring that each family member was killed swiftly and without warning. He then vanished without a trace, leaving behind a chilling letter explaining his actions. In the letter, he cited financial ruin and his desire to save his family's souls as his reasons. What a great Christian guy. It was a twisted justification for an unthinkable act. It took nearly 18 years for him to be caught. After being featured on America's Most Wanted, the show played a crucial role in his capture, proving the power of media in solving cold cases. The idea that someone could live a normal life for so long after committing such atrocities is terrifying. So after he assumed the new identity and started the new life, all while the memory of his horrific actions loomed in the background, how does he even? You just go on. That's definitely a sociopath for you. Lastly, we have the story of Ronald Gene Simmons, this creepo. This case is perhaps the most shocking due to the sheer number of victims and the brutality involved. In December 1987, Ronald went on a 2-week killing spree in Arkansas, ultimately murdering 16 people, including 14 members of his own family. The holiday season, a time usually filled with joy and togetherness, became a period of unimaginable horror. He started with his wife and children at home, then moved on to extended family who came to visit for Christmas. The methodical nature of his killings showed a level of premeditation that is truly terrifying. The motive remains unclear, but it's believed that a combination of financial stress and a twisted sense of control drove him to commit these horrific acts. Ronald Gene Simmons had a history of controlling behavior and a volatile temper, which may have contributed to his actions. What makes this case even more shocking is the sheer number of victims and the methodical nature of the killings. The fact that he was able to carry out such a prolonged and calculated series of murders is almost beyond comprehension. So there you have it, 3 unbelievable family annihilator cases that reminded us of the dark complexities hidden behind closed doors. These stories serve as a grim reminder that sometimes the most dangerous threats come from within our own homes. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more chilling true crime stories. Your support helps us continue to bring these important and thought-provoking stories. Stay safe, and remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we think we know best. It's a sobering thought, but one that underscores the importance of vigilance and awareness in our everyday lives. Thank you again. Good night.